learn about fraction partitive division, which is different from the fraction measurement division that we just did, because now we're focusing on how many wholes we can take and pieces, and how many of the pieces are in one. So we're trying to figure out how many will add up into one recipe. So our question is, I have 2/5 of cookies. I have 2/5 cookies, which is enough to make 7/3 of a recipe. So how many cookies are in one recipe? Or how many that I can make to be equal to one recipe? So for this one, we drew similar boxes. So we first focus on the 7/3. So we come down here, and we're going to make 7 pieces of 3. So 7 rows of, 7 rows and 3 in each hole. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we work the 7/3 because we're working with the first 7/3, and then we're going to put the 2/5 into it. So we imagine us taking out each of the individual slivers. So we have the 7 down here. So I just redrew them all down here. So out of that, we're going to shade 2 of the 5ths. That's why we drew 5 lines this way, and each of the ones, and we're only shading 2 of each of them. So first of all, we're only focusing on one recipe. So we're going to focus on one of the slivers that we made. Thus, when we have the 2 shaded, we're going to bring it down here. So we have 2 out of the 5 shaded, and this is 1 sliver of 7. Then, when we come back to our original equation, so this is going to come back in a second. That's basically how we say that I have 2/5, because I separated this into equal 5 parts and I shaded 2, times 1/7, because I'm dealing with 1 sliver, 1 recipe. And also, we need to remind ourselves that we had the 3 to begin with, because that number becomes a numerator, and that's how we invert and multiply. Because we're still dealing with the 3, but we're only focusing on 1. So when we have the 3 over here, that of course becomes the numerator. We multiply it. Thus, when we go back to our picture, we have 3 times the 2 shaded pictures of the 2/5 of the 1/7 whole. So 3 times 2, 6. Thus, we go back to our arithmetic that we're doing. So we have 3 pieces of the wholes. So we have 3 of the 1 wholes, or the 1/7 that we're focusing on. And that. We say this because you need to know how much is in one recipe. That's what we've also been talking about. So that's the same thing as saying, when I do this 1 over here, underneath as a denominator, we bring this down. That's exactly saying 1/7 times 3 over 1. We have 3 over here. We bring it down again. We put the 3 on top, because that goes over here, and that goes down there. So 3/7 times 2 over 5, because we just bring that down again. And from this step, we could honestly say, go back over here, that it's 2/5, and we flipped that. So this whole is the reasoning why we inverted and multiplied. So I inverted, I multiplied, and I got 6 over 35. And that's our final answer for the picture and arithmetic that we did.